Every dating guru out there is lying to you. They tell you to work harder, try harder, be more interesting, more funny, more successful to attract women. Complete bullshit. The truth is, the most powerful way to make a girl obsessed with you is to do less, not more. This lazy approach goes against every instinct you have, but it works because it taps into the deepest psychology of attraction. By the end of this video, you'll understand the exact blueprint to make any girl think about you constantly by doing less than every other guy. I discovered this completely by accident. I was in the worst period of my life, lost my job, broke up, living with roommates at age 28. I literally had no energy to try with women anymore. No energy to impress. No money to take them to expensive places. No motivation to be the fun guy. I just ... existed, and something magical happened. Women started chasing me harder than ever before. The lazy principle number 1, less availability equals more value. Every guy makes the same mistake. When they like a girl, they become more available, more responsive, more eager, text back immediately, clear their schedule for dates, always say yes. This destroys attraction faster than anything else. The lazy approach. Be genuinely busy with your own life. Not fake busy, actually busy. When she texts, you're in the middle of something important. When she wants to hang out, you already have plans. Not because you're playing games, but because you have a life that doesn't revolve around her. Sarah once told me, "I like you because you never seem desperate for my attention. You have your own thing going on." I was trying to be mysterious. I literally had so much going on in my life that texting back immediately was onto priority. The lazy principle number 2, let her fill the silence. Most guys are afraid of silence in conversation. They constantly ask questions, tell stories, try to entertain. It's exhausting and unattractive. Women are wired to fill empty space with their own thoughts, feelings, and stories. The lazy approach, ask one good question, then shut up. Let her talk. Nod, make eye contact, throw in an occasional really, or tell me more. She interprets your listening as deep interest and emotional intelligence. The truth, you're just being lazy, but effectively lazy. I remember sitting with Jessica at a coffee shop. Instead of my usual barrage of questions and stories, I asked her one thing. What's something you're excited about right now? Then I just listened for 45 minutes. She later told her friends it was the best conversation she'd had in months, because she felt truly heard. The lazy principle number 3, don't chase. Create a vacuum when most men are interested in a woman. They increase their effort, more texts, more calls, more attention, more gifts. This creates pressure and obligation. She feels like she owes you something, which triggers resistance. The lazy approach. Pull back slightly when she shows interest. She texts a paragraph, you text a sentence. She initiates plans. You accept but suggest something simpler. She compliments you. You say thanks and change the subject. You create an emotional vacuum that her brain compulsively wants to fill. This happened with Maria. After our second date, she started texting me constantly. Good morning texts, memes, random thoughts throughout the day. Instead of matching her energy, I responded to maybe half her messages, usually with one-word answers. Her texts became longer, more frequent, more personal. She was literally interviewing herself for my attention. The lazy principle number 4. Minimal effort, maximum impact. Instead of planning elaborate dates, suggest simple coffee meet. Instead of long romantic texts, send short funny ones. Instead of constantly complimenting her appearance, occasionally notice something specific. Do less, but make what you do count. I once dated a girl for 3 months without spending more than $50 total. Coffee dates, walks in the park, cooking dinner together at my place. She later told her friends it was the most romantic relationship she'd had because it felt authentic and pressure-free. Here, SY, the lazy approach works. The human brain is wired to pursue what moves away and ignore what changes. It's called Reactance Theory. When something is readily available, we value it less. When something is slightly out of reach, we want it more. Lazy guys accidentally trigger this. They're not trying hard because they don't have the energy to try hard. Women interpret this as confidence, self-sufficiency, and high standards. Why isn't he chasing me like all the other guys? What makes him different? What does he see that I don't? The brain craves what it can't easily categorize or predict. When you're inconsistent with your attention, sometimes responsive, sometimes not, sometimes interested, sometimes aloof, you become a puzzle she needs to solve. And the human mind is obsessed with solving puzzles. Advanced lazy techniques. The slow fade response. Gradually decrease your text response speed over time. Start responding in 30 minutes, then an hour, then 2 hours. She'll notice the pattern and start checking her phone more frequently. The casual compliment. Instead of "you're so beautiful," try "I like how you think about that." It's less effort, but feels more personal and thoughtful. The maybe response. When she suggests plans, don't immediately say yes or no. "I might be free Saturday. Let me check and get back to you." Even if you know you're free, uncertainty creates anticipation. Week 1, cut your response time in half. If she texts immediately, you text in 2 to 3 hours. Week 2, suggest low-effort dates. coffee instead of dinner, a walk instead of movies. Week 3, practice comfortable silence. During conversations, count to 3 before responding. Week 4, pull back when she leans in. If she increases effort, you maintain the same level. The key is consistency. Don't suddenly become super responsive after being distant. Don't chase after being chased. Maintain your lazy energy regardless of her behavior. The lazy approach works not because you're manipulating her, but because you're accidentally demonstrating high-value behaviors. Men who don't chase usually don't chase because they have options. Men who aren't always available usually aren't available because they have interesting lives. Men who don't try hard usually don't need to because they're naturally attractive. By being lazy, you signal abundance without trying to signal abundance. You demonstrate confidence without performing confidence. You show self-respect without demanding respect. This also protects you from becoming emotionally invested too quickly. When you're doing less, you're risking less. When you're risking less, you're more likely to make decisions from logic rather than desperation. Don't confuse lazy with rude. You're still polite, still kind, still respectful. You're just not pouring all your energy into impressing her. Don't use lazy as an excuse to be low effort in all areas of your life. Be lazy with her attention, but not lazy with your personal growth, career, or friendships. Don't suddenly flip the script if you've been chasing. Gradually reduce your effort over time. A sudden change will be obvious and manipulative. The hardest part about the lazy approach is fighting your instincts. When you like her, everything in you wants to pursue harder, try more, prove your worth. This instinct kills attraction every time. Lazy doesn't mean careless. It means being selective with your energy. It means understanding that chasing decreases value while being chased increases it. It means having enough self-respect to let her come to you. Stop working so hard for her attention. Start making her work for yours. The lazier your approach, the harder she'll work to keep you interested. And the harder she works for something, the more she values it. Remember, you can't convince someone to want you, but you can make them curious about why you're not desperately trying to convince them. Curiosity is obsession in disguise.